afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time of the month again. We got Lucky Tackle Box. If you watched my last video, you would see that I decided to stick with Lucky Tackle Box. I canceled my Mystery Tackle Box subscription, and I've been picking up some other subscriptions. I've been looking into some other types of boxes: sportsman, hunting, fishing. This month I actually let my nephew pick a box, so we're going to do a WOW box unboxing later. Keep an eye for that down below. But for now, we have August Walleye Lucky Tackle Box. Let's see what we got in here. I opened that up and I started to try to peek, but I figured I'd just wait until we did the unboxing. So here we go. Well, it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. I can see that we have Apex again. There's something that's really interesting right there, and this is something I talked about them. I got a hold of Lucky Tackle Box and I said, you know, they're always sending us terminal tackle, and it's always these hooks, just plain simple hooks. I said, you know, why not send us something that we could really use? And treble hooks like this, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's going to need these. This box that I have right there, that tackle box, is full of treble hooks and split rings and stuff that I need to repair fishing poles and fishing lures. The treble hooks is nice. It's a size 6, good size. There's 5 of them in there. This is something that I would buy. I do buy these. I buy these often. They get dull. You can sharpen them, but you know, it's just nice to know that when you tie on to that, and there are many times that I have snagged a log or something and they bend, or you know, it's nice to have fresh ones of these. And they list this at $3.99, and that's something that I would buy often. But I got a hold of them before and told them to, you know, send us some stuff that, you know, treble hooks, split rings. It doesn't always have to be just your basic hook, you know. Send us some stuff that, you know, even snap swivels, you know, they're so handy. Leaders sometimes, you know. And anyway, moving on. Looks like we got new stickers again. They're a little bit more plastic. The ones before are a little bit more papery. If you put it on your truck window or whatever, I have mine on my truck, and it completely fell apart and I had to remove it. But I think this one might be a little bit better. I'll have to see. You know, I'll put it on my truck. Back of my truck window is full of that stuff anyway. Next item, we have the Egret Bates 3.5 wedge-tail mullet. I kind of like the color. It says $4.49. Smells just like your average plastic. The color's got kind of a glitter, sparkling white with a big fat paddle tail, wedge tail, and you can see how it's cut there, designed. The waves are going to hit that, and it's really going to put out a lot of action, and it's going to actually kind of stretch it and pull it, from what I can tell. But it looks like there's a good number of these in here. And these are nice. These are nice walleye. They're perfect size. They're long, skinny. You know, they're perfect size for walleye fishing. That's what they like. You know, that size. It does say saltwater on there, but you know, I know that they would work anywhere. The size is really the thing that's going to work, make them work. This is $4.49 on those. Here we get, okay, so these we've got before. They're the Jerky Jays. And I actually have some like this that I got before. They have the weird tail. They have kind of a weird tail. But the ones I had before were white. So this is actually a different color. So that's okay. This is kind of more suited for a time of year. But I did, you know, I think it was like the second, the second or third box that Lucky Tackle Box sent out with the Walleye edition. They sent out this brand, and it was the Jerky J. But I had gotten some white ones before, so these are, you know, kind of whatever. Oh, okay. Now this is an Apex, and they call it an A plug. Lindy makes one called the little something. But what you're gonna do with these, it wobbles, and then this is a floater and it wobbles, and it's got two hooks. So if you want to take off one of, like, the back hook and turn it into a crawler or a minnow harness, you can, but you can put a leech or crawler on there, and it gives you the crawler harness ability of a like a crawler harness, putting that leech and stuff on there. But this little guy up here, that's what they call it, the Lindy little guy. This guy up here wobbles like a crankbait, so you actually get the best of both worlds. You get the wobble of a crankbait and the disturbance of the water of a crankbait, but you get the live action of live bait. So that's what these, I have a couple little guys, Lindy little guys, that I use. This is just a different brand. This is Apex again. They've sent us some Apex stuff in the past. I think it was Erie Deary style Apex was. But this is cool. Cool. You know, I like using the crawler harnesses a lot, and I like the floaters. I have a bag. You know, I think I showed you guys before, but I have a bag in here somewhere. This is all my supplies that I use for making this exact kind of crawler harnesses. I got the spinner blades and the floats and the beads and all kinds of stuff in here to make that them type of crawler harnesses. See, there's all the beads and everything. And I spend most of my winter, I'll make up a bunch of them and then use them up in the spring and summer. So this is okay. I will be using this. So next we have a Johnson Thin Fisher. Johnson, I use some Johnsons. The beetle spins, I really like the beetle spins for crappies. This is pretty small. It looks like a perch. It's got the paint job of a perch. You see that paint job of that perch there? So it, you know, it's got the paint job of a perch. It's got 3 hooks there. There's 3 little holes, and you can move this wherever you want based on, you know, you can move it towards the front and drag it, but it's kind of made for jigging. But you can see it even says here it's the 3 tow points. So if the first one, you get high speed retrieve, tight vibration, and then the last one would be a slow speed retrieve, wide vibration. And right now it's set in the medium speed, medium vibration. So you'd move it up here for high speed retrieve, back here for slow speed retrieve, and get the different vibrations out of it. Kind of a cool little thing. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I'll try it. I mean, it looks like not only would maybe a walleye go after something like that, but you know, you get the reaction bite from a walleye, but I think even crappies and some of the other species might go after something that small. Might be a decent little lure for ice fishing. You know, one thing I like about Johnson is they really show you how techniques and stuff like that in here, where like, you know, here they give you a brief description, but Johnson really goes in depth of how exactly to use their lure. The Apex, back to the Apex, was $220 and the Johnson was $349. And then the big ticket item in this box, oh man, yeah buddy, yeah buddy, the Live Target Yellow Perch. I mean, if anybody's going to tell you that that is not a walleye lure, then they do not understand walleye fishing. Look at that paint job. It's so beautiful. I hate to even use it. It's got a lot of action in there, a lot of noise. Man, that paint job is phenomenal. Live Target really makes some awesome lures. And this is 1 to 2 feet, you know, so it's for this time of year they're really up in the shallows, 3 to 4 feet. So this is going to be swimming right over the top of them. Same with something like this here. You put a night crawler on here or a leech, and this is going to be wobbling right on top of them, and they're going to see that well. I'm really happy. This is $12.99 right here. You know, between these two, and I would probably say I would buy something like this. These I'd probably buy, but I have so much of the flukes and wedge tails and a lot of the soft plastics. I have so much of it right now that I just, you know, I don't know if I would buy it, but I do like the color and everything, so it is cool to get. But man, the Live Target, and I'm happy to see them throw in some mustads like this, some some treble hooks like this. This is something that I always need, I always use, I always have around, and I'm always buying. So that's kind of nice. But this Live Target, man, I'm a happy camper. Happy. And then of course we have, Adventures of the Just Fish League. It's the Fish On magazine. You know, largemouth. They do talk a lot about largemouth in these, but I suppose that's their biggest seller. You know, here's one for you guys: mono versus fluoro. I use mono and I use fluoro. I use fluorocarbon for jigging because it sinks faster. I use monofilament for others. They're still doing the month prior, so this is September now instead of before they were sending us in August, but now this one's September, so that we have it in August for September, and that's really nice because I mean, now it's relevant instead of getting it and then the month already being half over. This one right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we got this lure right here. I think it was last month or the month before, and it's Chasing Trophy 3.5 stick bait, and it looks really cool, man. And it dances like almost like a wounded minnow. And I actually took this out. We got it in a walleye box, and I actually took it out on a lake that's kind of known for walleyes, and I was just hammering the bass with that thing. It was unbelievable how insane the bass fishing was with that. It was just one after another. So if anybody gets the walleye box and has that, you know, I actually broke mine off. The back treble broke on a northern, and he got caught up in the net and twisted around and it broke it off. But that was a pretty good lure. I was a little bummed when it broke because I was so happy with it. But that's it, you know. quick review. We got that live target. You can't beat that. You know, $13. The paint job is phenomenal. Can't wait to use it. I just, you know, I love live target lures. The perch is one of my favorite. You know, this is the Egret Bates. I like the glitter. I like the green. You know, these are ones that I will use. We got the ones before with the glitter last month, and they were the curly tail grubs, and I used a few of those, and I had pretty good luck. Caught a few bass in the deep pools, caught some walleye. The treble hooks are a must in anybody's arsenal. You gotta have treble hooks. You know what I mean? You gotta have good ones, good sticky ones that you need to replace out. The walleye A-plug, you know, I like it. Like it a lot. I love using the live bait. I love the wobbling action. You know, the Johnson Thin Fisher. I don't know what to say about this one, but you know, the perch color is, you know, whatever. But I think this might be something that I'll try cast and retrieve a little bit. But I think it, because it's weighted the way it is, I think I might end up using it for ice fishing. And then the Jerky J's, I already have the white ones, so the green ones is kind of cool. What I really need to do is I need to get out and start fishing some of these soft plastics more. But it's hard to do, it's hard to fish the soft plastics when the night crawlers and leeches are so phenomenal. And you always get such great results off live bait fishing. But I don't expect them to be sending me live bait in these tackle boxes, you know. And if anybody's interested, I can show you guys how to come up with some live bait. Very cheap. You can do it. Very cost effective. You can do it for nothing. You can, you know, actually use a tin can and just bend it up, put a piece of chicken or something, meat in there, and the leeches will go in there, and you can harvest the leeches that way. Make sure you check your state and local laws for when you do that, you know, trapping minnows even, and doing some of that stuff. Minnesota, we can't take minnows from one lake to the next, so if we trap them in one lake, we have to use them in that lake. You know, one of my favorites is dog food. Put a cup of dry dog food or some bread, something in there. The minnow trap, get some minnows. You know, the leeches is the chicken, and then the worms, I use a pole that's hooked up to the black cord of electrical, and then you shock them out of the ground and they come up, and then you can harvest a bunch of worms that way. So, alright guys, hope you like it. Comment, like, share. See you later.